Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the Mike Premier Business Radio program around. I'm your host, Mike King. I appreciate you being here with us. The views expressed here are mine, have no connection to, support of, agreement with any other host information ads on the station. I don't work for the stations or programs air on. I'm just here on a daily basis. Join me as I cutting edge show. We uplift the community and showcase RVA in a different way. The sounds you're listening to today are coming to you from the Virginia State University. Shout out to all the folks down here at State. So, Mike King, if I make this is part of the Mike King Business Radio Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1 every day from 5 to 7 a.m. The Choice 105.3 every day from 2 to 3, as well as International Business Group Radio. We're down here talking to the rock stars down at Virginia State. Alrighty, so right next to me, I always say this is a business show. Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Malika Henderson. I'm a marketing major at Virginia State University, and I'm an entrepreneur.
You are an entrepreneur, straight up. You always been one? You always had that eye?
Yeah.
You've always had that eye?
Yeah, always.
Alrighty, so you got a lot of miles on you. So let me ask you this question. Will you always be an entrepreneur, or will you find that one thing you're just gonna fall in love with and stop with the looking around?
I feel like I can't do that. It gotta be multiple. Like I love having multiple businesses, multiple streams. I feel like it's really like not one thing I'll be able to stick to, which is why entrepreneurship is like good for me. Being an entrepreneur, you're able to do multiple things, all different type of passions, and I have a lot.
You got a lot of passions.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so what year are you in here?
I'm a sophomore here.
And what's your major?
Marketing.
And so we had the conversation about marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I'm on the sales side. We always look at the folks in the marketing department kind of like the side eye, like, okay, y'all, what is it that you liked about marketing and the reason that you took it? Because you had a great idea and an answer for what it was.
Yeah, well, I chose marketing. Even though I want to be an entrepreneur, I just felt like marketing would have been better than business management because you need to market your business first in order to manage something. Like, if you have no business, how are you going to be able to manage it? So marketing was just a good idea because you need to start from somewhere. Pretty much, I chose marketing mainly because I feel like I'm good with persuading people. I'm good with like being able to like do something that's gonna pop and catch people's eye, like even down to like the colors and stuff I use. I do stuff really on purpose to like catch someone's eye, like persuade them. Like marketing, that's all it's about. It's like persuading your customer, getting their attention, getting them to really buy what you're trying to sell.
What's the media platform right now that pops for you the best?
A media platform, like someone's business,
or just which one? Which platform it works the best? Is it Instagram, TikTok?
Right now, I would say TikTok is a really good platform. Like everyone's on TikTok. Everyone loves to watch it. It's short to the point and it's entertaining. So
there was a way a while back, and from a business standpoint, everybody just put TikTok with TikTok videos and challenges. Because business was kind of late to get to the table to have an understanding of what TikTok was. What is it about their short video? Is there people with short attention span? You got to grab people real quick.
You got to grab them quick. If you don't grab them quick, you're going to lose them already.
So me telling you a long story, I'm done?
No, it's not really like you're done. It's like, it's for how you come in, like your delivery, how it is like being said. Like you can use Instagram and have like long real videos and still get everyone's attention, but TikTok is just like everyone, young, older. It's like a lot of older people on TikTok right now.
It took a while for us old people to get there.
Yeah, but y'all there.
We're there at TikTok. All right, so when you say longer videos, how long are long videos?
Like when you're talking about business or like you just trying to, it depends on what exactly your video is about. Like if you're like literally going into detail about your business, I'll say about a few little minutes, like shouldn't be too long. But if you just like, trying to show your product, it should not be no longer than like a few little seconds. Like you just show your product, get everybody looking, viewing, and go about your business. Like TikTok is perfect for that because you show especially the way like TikTok filters be, the way they show the video, it's like it look professional even without like being unprofessional. Like everybody just love getting on TikTok. It's just quick and to the point.
So you were always, what was the first platform you really started working? Was it Instagram? Instagram. How long have you been rocking with TikTok?
Since like 2020.
Okay. When you look at other people, so now you're the branding person, you're out there, you're looking, that's a mistake that people see. You look at that and you just shake your head like, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
It's like
when you see the look on their face, the look is like,
it's the way that it gets shown, or like they're not really like they'll mess up their whole marketing strategy. It's like they be like, oh yeah, I want to show you what's entertaining. Like they're trying to entertain you, but at the same time they do it just so weirdly, like it looks so like Max said, of course everybody who's just starting, it looks amateur. Like you're not gonna look like a professional, but you're making it seem like you're like immature or like amateur. Like it just looks terrible. Like
It just looks that way. What is it? Let's talk about Virginia State right here. What is it about being here that works?
oh, I love this school because here it's a lot of networking going on. The teachers help you, the students, everyone's it's like a big happy family. Like everybody just we all together. Like you can ask anybody for help. You can go to any class, any place. Like everyone just works together and like in a way, like we all talk to each other. Like everybody here, we all talk to each other. Even just meeting people, it's just good vibes.
That's right. On the mic and Mike, ESPN Richmond. That's where we're coming to you from, Virginia State University. We're down here, the business, but you're not in. You're in the marketing team. How can people find you out there on the social platforms?
How can you find me on social?
How can people find you? That's what I do. I blow people up. Well, I'm not here just talking, for me. That's what I do. I blow people up.
You blow people.
Yes. So you see the sign back there? It's on the mic and Mike, ESPN Richmond, every day, 5 to 7. But yes, sir. But I don't talk sports.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Why you gonna do me like that?
I was gonna say because I'm a sports minded.
Well, okay. Well, I do sports, but I'm on business. I do business, but I kind of dabble on the sports side.
Business management major as well.
Okay, so I got to introduce you to a friend of mine. He's a sports agent. His name is Freddie Barry. He's an NFL agent. And- all right, on the mic with Mike. How can people find you? See, I'm sorry, I get carried away.
It's okay. I have an Instagram. It's called That's All Mika. It's THATS.
Wait a minute, how you get away? That's all Mika.
Because my nickname Mika. That's all. It's all
That's
me.
it?
Yeah, it's all me. But it's That's All Mika, and I spell
No,
Mika
that's right.
MEEKA_.
All righty.
No,
And like you
sis.
said, and it is the marketing. It is showing people how you help people out there. You help people's business. That's what we do here. What can you help people's business with really quickly?
Oh, I'm gonna help you pop. Like I'm gonna just get your. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna grab their attention. Make sure your consumers know what you're talking about. How you gonna do it? How everything ready to go? You know how that.
On the mic with Mike, the best business out there. You know we do, because that's all Mika. So time it is. On the mic with Mike, we'll be back in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, on the mic with Mike King back. We are here at the Virginia State University. So I just want you guys to know, I went to Lincoln, and you guys should just thank us right now. We were the first HBCU. But and on top of that, you guys took our colors too. So that's just kind of like, what? Exactly. That was
father graduated. So
See,
I'll let you
thank you.
I'll let you
It's on some special people.
It's only because the grandpa there.
And
I
that's
would.
it.
I would.
Well, you know what? But you're here and they're super proud of you. All righty. On the mic with Mike King, ESPN Richmond, part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network. We're also the producers of Women Speaking Sports RVA. That is every Wednesday at the Hilton. So we're at the Hilton Richmond downtown. That's where we are. So, all righty, we're down here at Virginia State. I was having a conversation about human resources, and we got the HR lady. Welcome to the program.
Hi.
Oh.
I'm not, hold on, because I'm not all the way into HR yet. I'm a freshman this year. I'm just getting started.
You dabble with it. All right, so you're a freshman. What's your name and what you do?
I'm Anaja Davis. I'm a management major with a concentration in commerce.
Okay. Where are you from originally? Where are you from?
Hopewell.
Oh, well, shout out to all the good folks down. Shout out to all the good folks down in Hopewell. Got my friends down in there. And Hopewell, alrighty. So let's talk about you. What was the decision to come to Virginia State?
Mainly for location reasons.
Okay.
You know, it's affordable and scholarships. That's
Yeah.
what made me come here.
Hey, you know what? That's why I went to Lincoln too. Shout out to that right there. Sometimes when people say it ain't about the money, sometimes it's about the money. I don't care when people say, "Oh, it's not about the money." Yeah, it is, because I feel disrespected if you ain't telling us about the money. All right, so what is it about the business, the management part that you like? Were you always that kid, kind of like the person who was holding things together?
Yeah, mainly because I like to control it all. It wasn't because I had to step up and do it. I mean, you just like to control it.
Okay, so business. What type of business do you ever want to run your own business at with, or
No.
no?
I don't.
It's not for everybody. It wasn't for me, because people see the entrepreneur thing, they see that, and a person will say, I don't want to work 9 to 5. So no, you don't work 9 to 5. Now you work 12 to 12. It's always a connection, always thinking about your business. How could you make it better, and all those things. All righty. So what was it about the whole human resources part? What's the connection? What's the connection there?
I find myself useful when it comes to working. You know, everybody thinks about a regular 8 to 5 job. And I'm not one of the person who could be a store associate. I'm not that. I'm the person who can sit behind the desk and be the recruiter and manage my workers. Like I find use in that. And you know, human resources, they don't work the regular 40 hours a week. They're already working maybe 60 to 70 hours a week
Yes.
because you have to manage other people. It's not just you. So I just find myself on these schools.
Were you always good? Were you always good with the managing of other people?
Yes.
You always that person? Let me ask you, what makes a good manager?
I think stability the most, but being able to fix a conflict right when it happens. Because if you can't, problem solve very well, you're not going to have use in management at all. So as long as your problem solving skills are up there and you're reliable, you get things done for other people, that's the main problems, I would say.
On the Mike ESPN Richmond, that's where we are, as well as the Choice 105.3 every day. We are the business radio voice of Richmond and the Central Virginia area. I'm your host, Mike King. I appreciate you being here with us. Make sure you check out the sponsors and advertisers. They're out there. They keep me on the air. And I always say the microphone ain't free, plus my grandkids need stuff. So we're coming to you from Virginia State University. A lot of energy going on here. So you didn't, Corona stepped in and you didn't have a regular high school career like everybody else did. And all, forever and ever, people went to high school a certain way. And you did.
I left out my junior year.
Okay, and so what was it when you got to campus here? What was it like?
I was terrified. I didn't want to leave my dorm. I didn't want to do it.
Okay, so when you finally got around to understanding what it would take, how long did that take?
A semester.
Okay,
It took me to start over. Like I realized I messed up the first time. This is my second go around, starting fresh.
you understood what it takes. So this is on the mic with Mike ESPN Richmond. How can people find you out there? And
You can find me on Instagram. It's Little Girl Now.
okay,
Facebook has spelled out. It's Little Girl.
alrighty. And what's the best part about the social media game that you like?
I'm not a social media person. I
Okay.
really don't.
You know that's a good one right there. How many times do people always talk to you? Hey, see, look at this right here. We got an audience right here. See, there you go. Alrighty, so everybody's up there. Everybody's on social media. Everybody thinks that's the only way to go. It's not.
It's not.
It has its place. Connecting with people personally, and that's what you're saying that you do. Like the HR person, the recruiter person, you recruit. So now you could go recruit somebody to come to Virginia State. You could, because that's what you do. All right, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the program. Let me ask you real quickly, favorite music artists out there now that your favorite?
I love music so much. My favorite, I would say, it's not everybody's favorite, but Kanye.
Okay. So let me ask you what rocking with Kanye, is it his creativity? Is it he's staying taking the fire? I mean, so he is going to do some things that everybody's not going to be down with. And when people are dogging Kanye and you're still standing in his camp, what is it about him?
I think how he came out in the original, like the OG Kanye.
The backpack and
Yeah, that's my Kanye. But who he became, I share personality traits like this man. I can be.
you can be a bit much.
Yeah, I can.
There you go. You know what people say? It's better be a little bit much than too little.
Right.
That is for sure. So, one of Mike and Mike ESPN Richmond, the best business radio program around. We'll be back. We're down here at Virginia State talking to the great students down there. We'll be back in just a moment. Now, nothing. One of Mike and Mike King here is the best business radio program around, coming to you on ESPN Richmond every day from 5 to 7 a.m. The Choice 105.3 every day from 2 to 3. And then we do like LeBron. We take our talents on the road. Saturdays, 10 a.m. in the East. We do international business growth radio coming to you from Virginia State. I'm just here minding my business. Somebody sees a sign that says ESPN. There you go. That's what we're doing. All right, so I always say it's a business show. Tell people what you do.
I am my name is Davon Bell. I'm a business major. My name is business management. I'm currently real estate and business ventures as well.
All righty, where are you from originally? Where you from?
I'm actually originally from Illinois.
Okay,
So
long way from Illinois. How'd you get to Virginia State?
I actually live in Fredericksburg currently.
Okay.
My mom. So
There you go. Alrighty, so it's business with the concentration in sports. What is it about the business thing Or you like Jay said, I ain't a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
It's
like
just
that.
like I always love, sports, and and I love the business side of it. I love dealing with money, and I feel like a lot of athletes, they come from homes where no one ever teaches them about finances and things like
Okay.
that. So it's like why not show them, teach them the proper way.
Well, I got to introduce you to my man, Freddie Berry. Freddie Berry is an NFL agent. And so
Okay.
one of 900, he's a young brother from Chesterfield. He's 27 years old. I asked him, how'd you get to be an NFL agent? He told me he Googled it.
Wow.
You Googled it, and he went and he said, they said I had to sit for the agent test. I had to get a master's. He said I went and got a master's in a year. He said I was blasting through it because he wanted to be an agent. He represents Raekwon Smith. And Raekwon, you know who Raekwon Smith is? Cool. So that's my man. We were in studio a couple weeks ago. Raekwon Smith is the king of name, image, and likeness deals, straight out of Norfolk State. 75 deals that he had people had signed with him so he can promote their name, image, and likeness. You're right on the front lines of that. When you look out here at the business mark, what is it about business and sports? You like that connection?
That connection, it broadens your horizons and things like that. It teaches you about it actually puts uses your platform that you actually have through sports, and it connects you through other businesses.
So there's an athlete out there right now. When you look at it, who's one that you say that athlete and that brand rocks?
I would say either LeBron James or Stephen Curry.
Either one of those two.
Yeah, just because based off of all of the deals that they've gotten, especially Stephen Curry, he created his own brand through Under Armour, which I think that is phenomenal.
Have you ever heard the story how when he went to Nike, they spelled his name wrong?
Yes, I did.
Would you want to be that dude?
No.
You don't want to be that dude to be like, yo, he spelled his name wrong and and that's how Under Armour. What that says is you always take advantage of the opportunity that you have because you can blow it. I always say everybody, when you set out to do a deal or you want to do something, everybody can say no. Everybody. When you go to the doctor's office, you ever look and see there's a little sales rep sitting in the corner. He got donuts. Because he's trying to pay off
everything. Of your agents actually get told
everybody's gonna tell you no. The trick is to get to the person who can say yes. Because a lot of times
yes will change your life.
And you never know who that yes is gonna be. Because what happened was I knew Freddie Berry and we were talking. One, I was shocked that he was going to be an agent. And then the next time I see him a year and a half later, he's in Forbes magazine.
Wow.
With Raekwon Smith. Forbes is shouting him out. And that's because he's at the front line of doing your thing. There's a lot of people who are out there wanting to do what you do, but it's all about the grind and the hustle. Everybody says they're hustling.
See, I love the hustle. I love the grind because it's interesting. It's an interesting story to tell.
Yeah, and you got a story. You know the easy part about it is when you step up and say, yo, that's me. You'd be like, yeah, because everybody's scared. Is that you? Just like you talked about liking Kanye. Some people like Kanye, some people don't like somebody think he's a lunatic. But he's always, at the end of the day, it's your opinion, and he is making a name for himself. So once again, how can people find you out there?
My IG name is Davon Bell 257. So,
okay, here, hit me up. I'm gonna introduce you to Freddie Berry, and he's out there. I love to see young guys who are doing, especially in a world like that, because everybody knows, and they look at ESPN or they look at the sports aspect. You can only tell the score of a game so many times. It's the backstory. It's all those things. It's the business side of it that keeps it going. I always tell people when you look at a sporting event and they look at an NBA team, there's 12 players on the team. How many people in that arena made $150,000 for their? We're talking to vending people. We're talking to people cleaning up stuff. We're talking about a whole bunch of other people making 150. There you go. And that's what it comes down to. Well, congratulations on everything. Just let me know. Yeah, hit me up and we'll go ahead and make it happen. On the mic with Mike, we're here down in Virginia State. We're moving through. We got the team, we got the crew down here. We got some folks talking all different aspects of life. You see my man Reginald Lewis in the background right there. Oh, I always loved this book when I first read it. Why should white dudes have all the fun? That's what it comes down to. They ain't not. We having fun out here today. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Mhm. I have fun.
On the mic, Mike King here at Virginia State University, coming to you. This is Singleton, correct?
Yes.
All right, we're here at Singleton Hall. What have y'all been doing? Mike King here. Things are kind of slow this morning with my computer. All right, so this is part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1, Choice 105.3 every day from 2 to 3, as well as International Business Coach Radio. What we do is we work with businesses and brands. I tell people we give them two things that help you get exposure and revenue. And we do that with the power, the partnerships, and the great people that I know, as well as using the power of the radio. Alrighty, we got another rock star student here. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm David OKK. I'm a senior at Academy from Harlem, New York.
Shut up, shut up, Uptown. Uptown. There you go.
And I'm currently an investor and soon to be real estate agent.
Excuse me. There you go. So you got the plan. Now, hold on a second. Let me get my pen and paper out. Alrighty, so let's go back. We're gonna start with the accounting. As a kid, you always deal with numbers.
Yes.
You were that one. You were that kid.
Yes.
How did the other kids look at you? Because they kind of gave you the side eye.
No, they gave me the can I get your answers to the test?
That is better than the side eye.
Yeah.
It was a side eye until they realized.
That they knew my help. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Alrighty, and so you look at that. So the accounting side, what is it about numbers that work for you?
I don't know. Like when it comes to numbers and words, the numbers just stand out to me. Like
They just make sense.
literally, excuse me, because you'll have all the number
Shenanigans.
questions. Yeah, and it's just like they always said, don't read all the questions. Just go straight for the numbers. If you find the numbers, you know exactly what you need to solve what the problem of the equation is, you're fine.
Okay.
That's really how life is.
Alrighty, so now we're talking real estate. What is it about real estate?
I've always just been into properties. Like for the past 8 years, I've been a student ambassador, so I know how to give tours and learn my information on every property. And I also love home interior decorating. So it's like every aspect of real estate, I want to go into all of that.
Are you working with a real estate agent now down here?
Um,
Oh man, I gotta introduce you to my girl Nicole Reed. Nicole Reed is the best out there. She was just on HGTV. She's a broker with Nicole Reed and Associates. She's out of
beautiful story to tell.
just out of the Tri-Cities. She does more in the Tri-Cities. One of the things about real estate is that you set your own, however hard you want to do it. A lot of people sell one property here and there, but the idea that you have, let's talk about the investing side. So I say that is a natural step for a person who's good with numbers.
Yeah.
Yes, you're like, yes, it is. Okay. So what is about the investing side?
Well, I kind of started off the way a lot of people started off, and that was during quarantine when Forex came out, and everybody was really big on Forex. And
A lot of people were scared of Forex.
yeah.
Okay, so come on, school us. Tell us exactly what time that was.
So this was right during COVID, and I Am Academy came out. I'm sure they had it way before, but everybody really made it popular doing that. And I decided, okay, you know what? I'm not in school. No one's really doing anything. I might as well, put my money, invest in something, see if it's gonna make sense out of it. So I tried it. A lot of people. I was a test dummy. The one that tried it, I put my money into it, and honestly, it definitely it works. It works. It's not a scam. It works. You just have to have the patience and the time to do it and learn it.
And your
But it's-
mentor, whoever your mentor is.
You have to have a good mentor, but it's simpler than what people make it seem like.
I gotta put me on game.
What is the deal out there now with Bitcoin? Since I got a financial expert here sitting with me, let's talk a little bit about what exactly that is and why does it scare people to know that?
Well, I didn't really do much with Bitcoin because I'm still scared to go into that because it's such a big investment. But it's really just catching it before it goes up or it drops. If you can do that, like I thought about doing it right before it hit this big drop. And to this day, I'm so mad that I didn't because I was like, I should try. My mentors, they were like, you should invest. It's the best thing to invest in right now. Maybe a couple of months later, Bitcoin either dropped a lot or went up a lot. And all the people that were like in the mentor group with me, they all were like, yeah, I made this much. I'm just like,
Dang, could've
Let me
been
ask you, what's a mentor group? Like, what kind of group is that, and where is it? Something here in Virginia or in different places people have? Besides that, let's talk about the need or what do you get from having a mentor?
Well, having a mentor is literally someone that's there to guide you and help you along the way as you're learning something to make sure that you're on the right path for what you're doing. And it's beneficial because when you're first coming in, it's a lot of things that people tell you, and it's like you really have to find which one works for you. And once you find which strategy works for you, it's like, okay, now I can take what I learned and I can do it myself and improve and do more and, beyond.
All righty, on the mic, Mike King here. This is the Mike King Biz Radio Network, ESPN Rich 106.1, as well as The Choice, every day coming to you. Today we're coming to you from Virginia State University. So now you're a senior, right?
Yes.
What happens next year? Where are you going to? What's the plan for you? I sound like the old person. Like, so what are you gonna do next?
My next plan is to invest into a multi-family home, and I'm going to put it on Airbnb, and that's where I'm starting off. And then I may go into car investments, but I'm starting off with one thing.
Is it gonna be down this way, or are you heading back to New York?
I think I'm going to Florida.
Florida,
Okay.
that's where you will make a lot of money. I promise
Possibly
you.
Florida.
What? Oh, so you going right there?
Oh
Disney.
yeah,
That's exactly where everybody's
'Cause
doing Airbnb.
it's funny that you said
Oh,
that.
really?
I've actually
Okay.
went to Kissimmee, Florida,
And they have
and I
beautiful
stayed in
houses.
the resorts. I stayed in vacation resorts. Lovely,
right.
They
best.
have beautiful
Go every
houses.
year.
Okay, so when you look where you're going, you're chasing opportunity.
I'm going for what I know everybody's going for. Me personally, I'm already someone that takes a lot of trips. So I know exactly I know where the hot spots are.
Mhm.
And the goal is to get to the hot spots where people are constantly looking for things. Like I'm from New York, so I know New York is very big in real estate. But me personally right now, going straight to New York for real estate is hard.
Yeah, the
'Cause
price
there's so
of
much
it,
competition up
the
there.
price and the competition up there.
Mm.
Alrighty, so like I said, I'm gonna connect you with Nicole Reed. She is the best out there. Plus, she's my partner. She has a radio show with me. It's called The Real Playbook with Nicole Reed. And she, like I said, she was just on HGTV with an episode about 2 months back.
That's my
Oh.
favorite.
That's what she does. She operates here, and she's one of the mentors. So what she does is finding people. I knew this radio stuff. I learned it, but I didn't understand the business side of it because I was a salesman. Salesman, you write your own ticket, you determine how much money you make,
Mhm.
but you're not doing all that other stuff. Somebody pays you at the end of the week.
Yeah.
When I stepped out on this, you got to handle every little bit. The proposals, getting money, and separating people from their money. Sometimes, it can be a little bit much. And so, it's the licenses, it's the social media, it's all those things that you have to do, as opposed to being a salesman. Somebody else made that happen at the end of the week. It's when you step out there, and that's what you guys are doing right now. It is the foundation that you're learning here that you're going to get down the road. You're going to figure this stuff out down the road because I'm figuring it out. As you go along, I'm like, oh, it worked like that. And so, but the foundation that you're doing here, as well as the relationship. So, one last time, let people know how they can find you out there.
You can find me on Instagram at day.vida_day.vida_.
There you go. Invest in real estate and Forex.
Yes. I won't say Forex. I'm not doing it as a full-time thing. It's just a little side hustle
It's
right now, but yeah.
Side hustles are pretty good.
Especially in college, you need a side hustle.
As a grown man, I need a side hustle. I took my grandson here to get them Jordans for $150 and my wife sent me in there, and I wasn't gonna buy them. And I walked out with him. He's 10, and when I looked at him, he just looked like, man. I sat in the car. I'm like, I can't. I ain't spending $150. I looked in the rearview mirror at his face.
So
His face looked like I was just like, yo, let's go ahead inside. And you should have seen when we walked out with the bag. I mean, I was trembling because I was hurt. But he walked out like, yeah, I got my Jordan. Because my wife said he wants Jordan 5. I'm like, I don't know what the 5 means, but I know that first name when they're gonna call us.
Sorry, my mama.
Yeah, that's what. All right, well, thank you for coming on the program. On the mic, Mike will be back in just a moment.
Thank you for having me.
I'm saying I'm gonna have some.
All right, on the mic, Mike King back here. We're at Virginia State University talking to the Rockstar students. How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
All righty, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Marquise Mason, freshman here at Virginia State, majoring in marketing. Undecided, minor at the moment.
Okay, where are you from?
Petersburg,
China,
Virginia.
okay, came all the way from Petersburg. What was the deal with marketing for you?
Well, marketing, I'll say, came out of nowhere. During high school, there's always majors and things put in front of you that you're generally supposed to go towards.
Okay,
But I'll say when I stepped out this summer, I had a chance to get into a position where I was a salesman. I went door to door, did knocking, and
oh, Lord, I've done that. All
yeah.
right, so for people who haven't done door-to-door sales, school them, tell them how it is.
Well, you're gonna be bad at first.
Okay.
2-3 months, I was making no money. I even got another job and got fired from that job, working the salesman job. So I'll say if you stay down with it, the benefits in the long run will be grand. So
When did you realize that you could do the salesman thing? Like, at doors closing, I've had some horror stories.
I'm telling you.
You had some horror stories. Banging on the door, people looking, what? Dogs coming,
crazy.
yeah, people crazy.
Get off my door.
Yes, I've been there.
But
So
look,
what is it when you realize, yeah, I can do this?
when you are able to take the no's and come from that no with the same energy when you first started the day off and you finish it that same way, because no matter the outcome, if you keep going, it'll be beneficial.
Hold
And I'll
up a
tell
second.
you,
Let me take some
it was
notes.
about 2 or 3 months where I made no money with this. And grant you, I'm not even selling a product. I'm selling something that's already sold. These people have
They didn't even
insurance.
hear it.
They had insurance on their homes and damage to their roof. And once those people allowed me to step into their door, I was able to get them a brand new roof from the insurance that they've been paying every month.
So you had to talk them into,
Doing something that they
They
should
already
already been
had.
doing.
Yeah.
You know how easy that was once I got into it, man?
Cause now they wanna hear
you
it.
know,
What you got to say?
from one salesman to another, I love you, man. I do.
You know,
Because when it comes down to everything in this world is bought and sold. That's what it comes
do you
down
want
to.
to be a buyer or do you want to be a seller? Your
Right.
entire life, if you buy, you're gonna end up broke. And that's just the period on that.
People try and understand. So this is a radio show. It's not a podcast. People are like, yo, you got a podcast? No. Put some respect on that name.
Yeah.
Put some
Yeah.
respect on that. When you sit in a car, you turn into that station, you hear me. But what I gotta do, I pay the radio station.
Okay.
So I gotta be out there selling me
Yeah.
to advertisers because it's different. It's not a podcast, it's free. The only thing you gotta pay for is a microphone.
Right.
I gotta pay ESPN so I can go there and use their studio and use their signal. So what I'm doing, I'm selling. I'm out there selling people, talking about this and that. It don't matter. I don't care. So once you got used to knocking on the door and
Yeah.
all the rejection,
I'm
you be
telling
like, when you get in the house, you be like this. It's like almost a closed deal
You know,
right now.
What?
Because
So,
you gave me a chance to come in and talk.
and then you got to take that opportunity and make the most of it, because you could be an inexperienced salesman at first and you may get those yeses from those nice people, but you starting out in the beginning still got to know how to close that deal, or you'll still end up with that no in the long run. You don't want to take yourself through the process and then fumble it.
At the end, you didn't fumble at the 5-yard line. All right, so now that's all salesmen. Like I know salespeople love checks. Yes,
Oh,
we do.
indeed.
Because we're not guaranteed a check when the week starts. That's the difference between salespeople and everybody else, the same people. The
But let me
salespeople
tell
are
you,
not correct.
This job, I went for it because I'm an entrepreneur. So it gave me that experience of where you got to go work to get your money. I'm working on all commission here. So unless I get these people's roof paid for, I'm not making no money. I'm not seeing nothing. So you got to see the entire process through with the sales, same way as with the entrepreneurship, because you're making your own money. There's no benefits. There's no salary. You can go out here and work every day and not see a dollar. But will you keep going until you see that money? That's the question.
When you're talking out there and you're talking to your friends, you're talking to other people, you see they don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. And
So
you
I-
know they don't get it because you're looking at it, they're like,
See, I'm
No.
18. You know, a lot of people around me aren't there with this mindset, and that's not a gloat or anything. That's just something I'm aware of it myself. So I tend to separate myself to put myself around older people with a more educated mindset in order to get things done.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Definitely.
That's why I do a radio show on the mic. I always tell people I get the best radio program around. I talk to everybody, the mayor, the governor, people who run businesses, kids at elementary school. That mindset right there is what I'm talking about. Because, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here, this is a practical idea. You go into you say to somebody, I will give you a paycheck of $75,000 to do this job. Most sane people say, I'll take it. Then they go to the salespeople type and they say, yo, I got this deal. I will pay you 20 or I will pay you nothing. But what you will bring in gives you the chance to make 200.
Would you take it?
Will you take it?
Or will you take the 75 guarantee?
All of the rest of the company is taking a 75 guarantee.
Let me tell you.
Here's the
why I
salespeople
won't
running
take-
up there. Like, I'll take that crazy deal. And that's why people look over at the salespeople like this.
But we looked at as crazy because, it's honestly a blind faith. And when you think about it, because you don't know if you got the capabilities until you get into the space to see what you're made of.
I know.
You know,
Every week, my wife looked at me and said, you got a job that you pay them at the end of the week? Like, what happened to you? You were in the army. Yeah. Something happened, clearly.
you know.
Because what happens is because we live in a time now, so sometimes because I pay the radio station weekly to be on, sometimes I just be like, man, I don't know whether I'm gonna pull it off this week. Ooh, Lord, things is tight. I go to sleep, I look at my phone, PayPal hit. Or Cash App. You know, it's like get up in the middle of the night, you be like, yeah.
It's worth it.
It's worth because my granddaughter, she's just like, you need to get, with likes and follows. If you put me in the videos, you'll get more likes and follows. I'm like, I get checks. I get people paying me. What am I worried about that? But you know what happens? Because a lot of times people want to lead from the front. And they think everybody who's got the gift of gab can be a salesman. It's not, it's them rejections morning, noon, and night. People tell you not no, but you know what? No. And it's you taking that, like me, I'm like, it's not they rejecting me. They rejecting this crap I'm
You know what I
selling.
mean?
Yeah, I don't care.
That's the shift in the mindset. And I'll tell you, when I shifted from trying to make my first sale to shifting to trying to help my first person, that's when you start to see the benefits. Because it was to the point where I was helping 2 to 3, 4 people a week, seeing 9% on each,
Okay, so what happened? Let me ask you about the family.
Okay.
First, you're out there talking, you're out there selling. You're looking, I'm glad he's out there working.
Nah.
When you got the check.
Okay, so the family initially, nobody wanted me to.
Nobody.
What are you doing? You're not making no money. You're breaking yourself down.
Yes, I've been there.
But then
Car breaking down. Everybody looking at you, no money. I'm going to work selling, asking my wife for money. Yo, baby, can
you know what I mean?
I get a couple dollars? Because I need gas money.
That's the start.
That is the
When
start.
it gets to going, then they're there like, keep going. You know what I mean? Here's a house. Go check it out. You feel me? It was to the point where my family was bringing me business because I told them in the start, I think I can be good at this. And I was bad for 2 to 3 months, and then it was a shift. And once that shift happened, it was just,
It's a wrap.
you know what I mean?
Man, I'm proud of you with just from the sales aspect of knocking on. People don't understand the uncertainty of knocking on doors. I've had people like, yo, Mike, I like you, but if you don't take your stuff and get out of here right now. I've had people go to bed on me like, is your husband coming back? He never. I guess he's not coming back.
And then those no's, it builds you as a person. Because like you said, they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting what you're coming with. Once you understand that and understand that they're not tearing you down,
You're good to go.
you're good to go.
Sales is in every aspect of what we do. That's how I stay on the radio selling this stuff right here. Selling, whether it is real estate agent, management consultants, people are buying mics. And that's what it comes down to. So I've been doing this now for 3 years. And then so people are like, how do you do it? I'm out there selling, man. I'm selling, I'm not the one running up people in every store. How you doing? My name's Mike. No, you get to the person. Everybody's saying no, no. Well, I ain't got the money. Is it worth it? No, just say you ain't got the money. Clearly, because it worked. You see me. You see what I'm doing. You see how this works. So congratulations. You tell people how they can find you one last time.
On Instagram, you can find me at _QGMR Facebook, my name Marquise Mason. Get at me.
He said he was ready. Marquise Mason, there you go, man. Congratulations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike King back. We are here down at Virginia State University. We'd like to thank Mr. John Young for having us. He's always really cool. He is the guy who is out there on the front line. Wait a minute, I haven't got something for him too. Wait a minute here. Wait, I swear no expense here that you didn't know you were coming on a high budget radio show. No, you didn't. All righty, so welcome to the program. You've been here ready to contribute for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Hey y'all.
I think, but
Shanice.
no, I think you're kind of low key too.
Kind of, sort of.
No.
Kind
no.
of, sort of.
Okay. All
I
right.
can stay in the mix, but
I can tell.
little low.
I can tell. People remember you.
Mhm.
Yeah, people.
For
remember.
sure.
For sure. See, that's how it is. When I say people, you like, for sure, yeah, they're gonna remember me. All right, tell us who you are. What you
Hey
do.
y'all, I am Shanice Gentry. I am a freshman here at Virginia State. I am a business management major.
Okay, where are you from?
I am from Richmond, Virginia.
Shout out to Richard.
Yes.
All righty, so all righty, and so you're not new to this business entrepreneur
not.
thing. No, just because you're a freshman, don't know. Put some respect. We the last couple of freshmen. Put some respect on the freshman's
Put it
name.
on.
Okay, all righty. So, what was the first business that you came up with,
The first business.
and how old were you?
Okay, the first business was Shay's Creations. I was 16. That is my bakery, my in-home bakery. I started baking for my family first, and then I started doing my auntie's friends and just going out even further. I've always been a baker since the age of 10. I was baking with my grandma in her kitchen, making her sweet potato pies.
What was her specialty?
Sweet potato pies.
Grandma,
Grandma, if you hear this, I need one of them now.
all right, so was everybody hitting up grandma for those sweet potato pies?
What?
Everybody was.
Every family event, those are needed. Every
All
holiday.
right, so here, now let me ask you this. Were other people trying to make grandma, did some people think they could do it?
Yeah, and
Did
they
they
failed
cook it?
miserably.
Oh. Did grandma let them know that they failed, or they just knew what time it was?
Oh, they knew.
They knew what time it was.
Grandma has a special, I don't know, it's like her heart is in that pack.
Okay, we're gonna give a shout out to grandma. What's grandma's name?
Grandma's name is Annette Atkins. Shout out to Granny, I love you.
Okay, we're gonna send this. Shout out, hey, Granny, you did good here. You did good. All right, so the bakery is the first thing at 16.
Yes.
Okay. What did you learn from that?
I learned where my heart was. My heart and passion is in cooking. I will be opening my own restaurant. I will also be opening my own bakery as well as my own community space. Those are things that will happen in the future.
Is it more of the bakery or the cooking? Which one's higher for you? It's both of them. Because you know most people roll with one or the other.
I bake, but I also cook. I cook from anything you can really think of.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese, ham, all leg,
You know what?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so now I'm from up north, and you guys down south believe that mac and
What's
cheese
it?
is a meal.
Oh no.
Make it a meal.
No.
But you can't be making mac and cheese a meal.
That's a side.
That is a side. You gotta
It's
come
a
with,
side, baby.
you
It's a
gotta come.
side.
I don't care what all people be mixing and adding to it.
Mm-mm.
You gotta come with some. Now maybe this is just a northern thing. You gotta come with some meat, and then that'll be the
Yes.
thing on the side.
Yes.
People like, would you like mac and cheese
If
and
you're gonna
what?
do some fish,
Here
that's
we
okay
go.
with the mac and cheese.
You don't just
But just
roll
mac
up.
and cheese on
Nah,
its own,
nah.
it's not happening.
Not even if you add seafood
Nope.
or anything. No,
Nope.
it's mac
still a
and cheese.
side.
Yes, it is. Just so
Baby.
just so we're clear about that. What did you learn from the business side about having a business when you were 16?
I got comfortable with being a businesswoman. I got comfortable with marketing myself. When I go out, I'm always networking. If I see you, hey, yes, this is my business. This is what I do. I'm always being told that I have an energy that's very, 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 very positive, and it's very motivational to other people. And it makes them remember me. Whenever they see my face,
They know who time it is.
you are that girl who I was talking to. You are that girl who helped me out. You are that girl who showed me where I need to go. I remember you. And it's crazy because I just graduated high school.
Which high school?
George Wythe High School, Richmond, Virginia.
Shout out.
Shout out to the Bulldogs. But I worked with the Future Center a lot this year, and I did a lot of events where I had to bring people in. Just this summer, I seen somebody who I ushered in to his event, and he was like, y'all would not believe that she just graduated. I thought she was an adult there because the way she carried herself with respect. She's very demanding. Her energy is
demanding?
there. I'm
You
very
don't play?
demanding. I do not.
Mm.
When it comes down to this business,
And
thing, I
where
do
did
not
where did
play.
that come from? From the family? Or
Yeah.
it's the family?
My grandma, my auntie, my
They-
mother.
they don't play?
Those
You don't
are
come-
my hearts.
You
my
don't
rock
come with them
stars.
with half a game plans?
Oh no. My mother, she is a lady of all trades. She has done things from, she's a dental assistant, she owns a tax business, she does hair, she does makeup, nails, you name it, that lady can do it all.
Shout out to mom. You know what
Shout
happened?
out to
I
Mom.
always have people come on the program to tell their story. Get with your mom, and that way we'll have her come on
Yes.
and that way promote her businesses, because that's what we do here every
Mhm.
day. Every day on the mic and Mike, we promote businesses that are out there. Alrighty, so when we went to the bakery business, what was next for you?
Next, I did a little bit of jewelry, from waist beads, little bracelets, just something that anybody can do.
Okay, but everybody
Um,
don't do.
Exactly. Everybody don't do, but anybody can do. You can do anything you put your mind to be honest. If that's something you want to do,
Okay,
YouTube, TikTok, learn it.
Do it.
let's talk about TikTok. What
Oh.
is? Oh, she
Let's
said,
talk.
"Oh, let's talk."
What's up?
Okay, why is TikTok so influential now?
TikTok is a very big platform where you can learn multiple things. I've seen people gain confidence for themselves through TikTok because they see other ladies that, represent something that they have and is being open, is being grateful, is just showing like, oh, this is who I am and this is what I stand for. So I've seen ladies, gain confidence. I've seen ladies start a business from TikTok. They seen, oh yeah, I can do this. This is something that I can do. I've seen people learn how to do hair. I've seen people learn how to make different recipes. Like I've seen it all on TikTok.
Hmm.
TikTok is a very big platform. If you're just starting, I would say YouTube and TikTok is one of the best places to go to learn
Okay.
things. But also for those who are going to college, whatever your major is, look on TikTok. I promise you, you will find some type of tip to help you.
There is so now my car. I'm not a mechanic guy.
Mhm.
I'm not. I don't know how things work.
Mhm.
So but my wife she can figure stuff out. So
Mhm.
she always goes, go to YouTube and there's a video. So I was in there and my car wouldn't come out of gear. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with this car? So I'm in there and so I go to YouTube and I'm looking. I still can't figure it out. So I call a guy, this woman I know, and her husband comes down there and he's trying. You know what he do after a while? He go to YouTube. I'm like, yo, man.
You go to YouTube.
How
YouTube
is
is
that?
literally for everything.
But the difference was he came with tools and he knew when they were saying to do this thing,
Mhm.
he knew that. But he was on the same video I'm on. I'm like, what the? But that's a resource at hand.
It's a
Alrighty,
very big
so-
resource.
Business news, what's coming next for you? Now
Next, I would say within these next 6 years, definitely be on the lookout for me opening my own restaurant. I will be opening my own community circle in Richmond, Virginia to help any kids who have a passion in this industry. I would definitely be looking out to help you guys learn how to cook different recipes from different cultures. I'm also Caribbean, so my family do specialize in cooking, Caribbean meals and stuff like that. So that's a very big help for me because, cooking Caribbean is not easy.
it's not. And
It
why
is
everything gotta be
not
hot as I don't know
easy.
what?
Hot.
But yeah, well, it's
But not spicy.
some
You're
spice,
thinking
right?
of the jerk. The jerk, okay, I can.
Yeah.
The jerk
I'm-
is good, though.
It's good, but
Yeah,
it's a little spicy.
It
Might
can
have
be a
to-
little, yeah, it can
You
be a
know?
little spicy.
Definitely.
And I'm not the one that's spicy. Well, thank you for coming on the program.
No problem.
And,
Thank you for having me.
You know, good luck, and shout out to mom and grandmom and them,
Yes.
because one of the great parts about being here at Virginia State, it's a family. And like I said, I went to Lincoln, and on Lincoln, everybody knew you wasn't doing a class. Everybody, from facilities to the lunch ladies to everybody, yo, you blowing your people's money, and
Listen,
that's
another
a
thing for me.
family.
State is a family school. My grandmother went here. My auntie went here. My mom went here. I'm here. This is a family.
This is the
legacy.
place. It's always a great time when I come down here. And Jonathan Young is always on the lookout and making
Very.
sure you guys.
Very.
That's why I'm here. Come down here and talk to you guys about that. On the mic, Mike will be back in just a moment. Oh, did you tell us how to find you?
Oh, y'all can find me on Instagram, shas.world, shas.world__. Get at me.
Get at it. That's what she said. Just Google it. You'll find it.
Okay.
Out there doing big things.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, on the mic, Mike King back here at Virginia State. We are rolling through. We're talking to the great students down there. They got some ideas. They got these young Thundercats up there. They are doing some amazing things. I'm just happy to be down here. All right, next, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name is Naya Ray. I'm a junior marketing major with a minor in public health.
Okay, the marketing side. We've talked to some marketing folks before. Let's talk about this public health thing going on. What's the draw there?
I've always been passionate about helping people from elementary school to middle school to high school. I had over 2,000 community service hours. So yeah, that's always been my passion in life. Currently, I work for a company called Genius, which is a profit organization that helps homeless veterans be housed. So anything dealing with hospice care, caring for the elderly or veterans is my passion and my drive.
Alrighty, and when you put those two together as a junior, what do you see going on down the road for you?
I definitely want to get my MPH. So that's something for me. And also I want to start my own nonprofit that helps Black mental health.
Shout out, there's a friend of mine, so James Harris, and there's another lady that she's the dope Black social worker. They're doing a lot of things out there. So James Harris has a nonprofit. It's a for-profit business around. You may see shirts that say mental heal. It says mental health, but he scratched it out right there because he understands the importance of mental health in our community. The whole idea of helping community stuff, was that in your family?
So I'm a military brat. So I've been traveling my entire life. So I've seen many different types.
Which branch of the service?
So my dad was in the Navy and then he transferred over into Army.
Oh, okay. So I was in the Army. All right. So it is the best both worlds. Best place as a dependent that you ever lived.
Well, my family's roots are in New Orleans, so that could probably be the best place we've been stationed.
Oh yeah, it was close to home.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. All right. So the place that you didn't like as a dependent.
I spent a lot of time on the East Coast and I lived in Bethesda, Maryland.
Okay.
So I love Bethesda, Maryland, but the sense of community is kind of already there. So
Okay.
it's like kind of hard to help the community grow even more. So
Now that you're out there, you're a younger person and you're talking to people about, we just came through COVID, and as a person who has an eye on that right there, what's your thoughts on how we're doing now? Because whenever I talk to people, I had a data scientist on 2 years ago, and she talked about modeling that you would be able to see where people were, like people tracking. And they thought that nobody would like that because of, giving up privacy. And now we understand that a business model, we can track COVID because we would trace people. And a couple of years ago, the idea of doing that would have been crazy. Nobody would have ever done it. Now we sort of understand that that's how we can see that a breakout is going to happen. People go to a big event, and then all of a sudden, everybody got COVID. It's just like, so that's the idea. So what was the draw for you to that? And when you look at young folks, because most of the people are not in your age group, are not looking at that kind of thing. What was the draw to it for you? For COVID and all the health professionals.
So COVID for me, I kind of look at a lot of the social impacts that it's had, especially on communities. So dealing with the homeless population, they were affected the most, but kind of pushed to the side. And a lot of veterans are homeless in America, and it's very unfortunate. So just to see that group of people hurting, but also getting sick, really drew me to that.
One of the great parts about, like I said, spending a lot of time in the Army, I've lived a lot of places. You've lived a lot of places. My kids were those, the military brats, as they say.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to deal with all kinds of people.
Yes.
In all kinds of areas. What is it about that helps you now when you look at certain areas or more developed, have an understanding for COVID and public health? So when you look at, say, like a Bethesda, an area, you understand what time it is. It's a richer area. They're taking precautions. More money's going into that area. What is it when you've been to other areas and you see some of the struggles that people have?
So I recently just spent my whole summer in New Orleans. So that was very eye-opening looking at that community because a lot of them are still struggling from Hurricane Katrina mentally and financially. And even now to this day, people's kids are suffering from that. So
I remember, so before I came to Richmond, I used to work for AccuWeather and talks, and we went to New Orleans and the Gulf Coast before Katrina, and like, this is going to be catastrophic. And it turned out to be that way. And like you said, years later, you think of all the things that's happened since Katrina, and the world still is standing still for some of the people there. We've had a bunch of other things, and now that's happened. What is it when you finish and your degree? So is it a certain area that you're looking to go to? Or you'll just go where opportunity takes you when you graduate?
So after I get my master's in public health, to be honest, I would like to be placed anywhere where I can help affect the community in a positive way. So whether that's a foreign country or anywhere in America, because we still need to help yourself before you help others. In America, we don't really focus on that a lot. So anywhere where I'm needed.
What is it about the magic that happens here at Virginia State? When you come on campus, you don't know folks. What's it like being here?
So I'm a transfer student, so I really didn't know anybody except for my brother when I came here. So Virginia State is very family oriented. It's very opening, welcoming. Even Professor Young, like my first day, he was like, I like you. I need you to introduce you to people.
And when Jonathan Young say that, that's a real big deal because he makes you feel comfortable. I saw him for years, and everywhere he had students with him, he's known as that guy, and he knows people. I mean, people know people, but he knows the right kind of people too, who can open doors and make things happen. Like I said, everybody can say no. He knows people who can say yes and change the course of people's lives. You seem to be a person who give us some good vibes to go out on right there. You seem to be the upbeat kind of person. Give us something right there for that. Something that you think people would be grateful for now.
Well, I always say help the person next to you because you never know who's struggling. So whether it's just saying how your day is or asking if someone needs advice or anything of that nature, I say always help your neighbor.
There you go. The world does not on the mic. That's what this radio program is. It's about business helping society be better. She just said it great right there. How can people find out there on social media if you want to be found?
My Instagram is _NAYERSS. And then I'm also a loctician and a natural hairstylist. So you can find me at n.style.art. So be in style with InStyler.
I like it. Yo, now that's okay. Give me that last one again.
That's dope.
Be in style with InStyler.
Be in style with InStyler. From a business standpoint, that rocks.
Thank you.
You knew it too, didn't you?
Yeah.
I hear you. You knew what time it was. On the mic with Mike, like I said, we bring you the best and the brightest. We'll be back in just a moment.
You're dope.
On the mic with Mike King here on the campus of Virginia State University. Sometimes the stars align themselves, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Young says, Mike, can you come down? I'm like, sure. But the other times that I'm not here, I'm not minding my business on LinkedIn. I'm messing with people. That's what I do. Hey, my name's Mike King. Would you like to come on my radio show? And everybody does the same thing. Who's Mike King? And then they're like, okay, there's a lady, it's a Dr. Bradshaw. I see you online. I'm like, that's some crazy stuff she's doing. That's outstanding. Hey, would you like to come on my radio show? Everybody's busy. We're connecting. Things are like, here we go. And I'm sitting here right now, and who walks by and comes up and says, hello. Alrighty, it's a business show. Tell people what you do.
So my name is Berkita Bradford, and I chair the Hospitality and Management Program at Virginia State.
That's you. First time I heard your name was with Paul Cooper.
Probably so. Yes.
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 Okay.
We have a partnership with Retro Hospitality.
And he runs Retro.
Yes. And what they're looking to do in Petersburg and some more areas.
Your name came up. This had to be a couple years ago.
Probably so. We entered into the agreement about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things I always talk to people about is when names and brands you don't meet, your name is out there already and it's happening in rooms and conversation, and somebody says you need to meet this person, and a couple of years down the road, here I am. Alrighty, so let's talk from the education piece.
Okay.
Because I've asked the students the magic that happens here on campus.
Okay.
Now, as I said to them, I went to Lincoln, And, shout out you guys, you guys did take our colors, but that's quite all right. No hard feelings there. But it's a thing when a person comes onto an HBCU, it's family. Let's talk about what that means here. And you as a professor, what's it like on campus these days?
So for me, it did not start at Virginia State. I only graduated from Grambling State University.
Okay, with that big G.
Yes,
With the big G. Yes.
as are my parents and my siblings.
Oh, that was the family school.
That was a family school. So for me, when I think of HBCUs in particular, as I tell people, my degree came from Grambling, my paycheck comes from Virginia State, but I am equally loyal to both. So for me, what that means is it's like family. It is family. So my philosophy is I won't say anything about a student that I won't say to a student. So what that means is just as I would correct my biological niece from here, that's what my role is here. And be that, let's talk about the hairstyle. Let's talk about the tone. Let's talk about the class you're struggling in. You need $20 for gas? I got you. That's what that means to me. So I think when you come onto the campus of Virginia State, there's energy. And the best way I could describe it is when you go to like New York and the minute you get off the train or the plane, there's an energy. And the same thing, I am a native from Louisiana. The minute I hit New Orleans, there's just an energy that you're not going to get in like, please forgive me.
Other places.
But thank you.
Yeah, we
Thank you,
just gonna
Mike.
be
Thank you,
diplomatic.
Mike. Yes,
Other
yes.
places,
Because
we're
it
from
was
New
on the
Orleans,
tip of my tongue.
we ain't calling no names, but
So
other
there's
places.
just an energy. And even because I work year round, when the students are here in the summer and you come on campus in like June, and then when the band comes back and the football team, when you come on campus, the minute you drive on, there's just an energy. But I think that the energy is also what motivates you. And I think what happens at an HBCU is not only are you embraced, but you're celebrated. So that old term, I want to be celebrated and not tolerated. And there's this misconception that we're coddling students and we're not, producing leaders and stars. No, that's not it. We're just okay acknowledging that that's what they are. We're not trying to suppress anybody. So that's what it means to me. So for me, my role is to help students and to make sure they understand it. And one of the things, I used to work in financial aid years ago. And I said to my mother, I said, "Mom, everybody comes to me, they have a problem." And she said, "What do you do?" I said, "I help them." She said, "That's what you're there for." So that's my philosophy. That's what
There is a commonality. It doesn't matter which campus you step onto. It's that energy that when you go, whether it's Lincoln or Morgan or Virginia State or Grambling, you're home.
Absolutely.
Because they're all the same.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I went to Lincoln, and so my son went to Lincoln, and I was at the bursar. Now it's a million years between us being there. And I have one student who was at a PWI, and my youngest son's at Lincoln. I'm trying to figure out what lie I got to tell these people because I ain't got the money. I don't have the money. And so I'm like, the lady was there from when I went there. I'm like, how's that possible? So all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm here to see Mr. Jenkins. He goes, "Oh, didn't you hear Miss Jenkins got sick? She's going to be out." "How long is she going to be out?" "Well, it's clearance day." She's like, "Baby, don't worry about it." Okay, that's an HBCU.
That's it.
And so all of a sudden I come back 2 weeks later, Mr. Jenkins, I'm like, "Yo, man, I need a payment plan, and I need one that ain't got a down payment." And so not only am I here begging, I'm putting some parameters on it too. When my son graduated, I see the dean, I see the bursar, I tell him, "Thank you for what you did for my boy." Because you know why? If he had to leave, the worst thing is leaving. Is to make your way back.
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard.
You're always going to come out. All right, so now let's talk about the hospitality
Yes,
industry.
let's do it.
Paul Cooper and the folks at Retro and everybody else says there's opportunity galore. Virginia State stepped into an agreement, so you guys are doing big things with the program. All right, ma'am, the floor is yours. Go ahead and hype it.
So our hospitality program is what I call hands-on. So what a lot of people don't know, including students, we have a full service restaurant and a food truck here that our students are able to get hands-on experience. This past summer, I had about 12 students interning, Disney, Hyatt Miami, 5 in Charleston at nice top tier resorts, DC, working for the Convention Visitors Bureau, Hershey, Pennsylvania, all over our students go and come back. I took students to Cuba for a study abroad, but we have about a 90% placement rate going into management positions. If they are employable, we can get them employment. And so the sky is literally, and what a lot of students don't realize is hotels need accountants, hotels need marketing specialists. So people are kind of like, I'm going to show my age, sleeping on the hospitality industry, if you will. And it's a global business. So you can work for Marriott in, the Bahamas just as you can work for the Marriott in DC. And so once you get in with a company like that, I was talking to a guy yesterday, Begging wants to bring students to the Bay Area. A lot of students want to go to the West Coast. So the hospitality industry, the opportunities are endless for long-term careers. And not to mention the discounts. You can work for Marriott and literally stay at a very nice Marriott for like $50. So you can, that balling on a budget. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
And there is something that goes, so every week I'm at the Hilton and I do women's speaking sports at the Hilton. Just having that name recognition, I'm like, you see where I am, right?
Absolutely.
Who doesn't know that big H?
Yeah. It validates because one, in my mind, I know it's going to be nice. It is going to probably be as safe as you can be in a day and time. It's going to be clean, especially, pre-COVID, post-COVID, whatever we are COVID. One of the first things I did when I traveled was like, okay, I'll stay at a Marriott because I know what their checkpoints are. I know what they're doing. I'm not going to some random hotel.
I've learned. Yes, we went to. So I used to travel a lot. We used to go to New Orleans, and I would stay at the Hyatt on Bourbon and Canal. It was I think it was the Grand Hyatt. One time we stayed at this place on Tropicalist. It was a boutique hotel.
I'd say no.
It wasn't a boutique. It was just old. And after that, you know what happened? You understand? You go back to where you go. One of Mike King here. We're on the campus of Virginia State University. This is an honor. 1 second. We'll be right back.
Okay.
One of Mike King back. We had to take a break, pause for the cause. Make sure you check out and support our sponsors and advertisers. Like I always say, the microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids do need stuff. So make sure I put that in there. Yes, that is the case. They do. All righty. So we are back. Hospitality industry. I'm in and out of a number of hotels. Everyone, there's opportunity big time. You can go, as they say, start from the bottom. It don't take long to find opportunities. And like you said, balling on a budget. If somebody can get me to the West Coast with a job and a hookup,
absolutely,
it don't get any better than that.
Absolutely. And the other thing too is we think traditionally hotels, we think restaurants, but we have events, and then we have convention and business bureau. We have the travel tourism industry. Literally, after the government, the hospitality industry is the largest employer in the U.S. And my philosophy, you can eat there, sleep there, and enjoy something there. So when you're thinking, even on our campus, a multi-purpose center, these concerts that come, there's someone behind the scenes planning it. We call that event management. And you may be a supplier. So let's just say you don't want to own a restaurant, but you make the best pound cake in town, and they're buying your pound cake to serve in your restaurant. So the opportunities are endless, and for entrepreneurship. So it just goes on and on and on. And you're also able to be creative. Because when you think about a hotel, so you have the W, and then you have like a courtyard. So, do you want to hear like hip hop on the elevator, or do you want to sit in the lobby on your laptop and, be all this? So that is a beautiful thing. You're able to express yourself. So we had some kids at Disney too. I wanted to say that we had some students at Disney this summer. And we always forgetting some more in time.
That's when when you got a ton of great things happen, you just forget Disney.
That's it.
Oh yeah, that thing down in Florida, that little
Absolutely.
Enterprise called it's the Mouse.
Absolutely.
It is the Mouse. And so we'd like to thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you for
I had
having
to
me.
come down here to Virginia State.
So next time you come back, come to the restaurant and broadcast from the restaurant, and people can see what we do, and then we'll give you a nice meal.
See, now I'm from Philadelphia. I tell people I'm not above bribery because
and neither am I.
Exactly.
As you can see.
That's how things happen. So like I said, a shout out to Paul Cooper. and the folks over at Retro Hospitality, big time supporters of the program, always doing some really great things. How can people find out their professor?
So we do have, I am old school, we do have a Facebook page for our hospitality program, and they can find it at VSU Hospitality Management. In terms of my personal, I am on Facebook and LinkedIn as well.
I know you're on LinkedIn.
Yes.
You see me banging on the door.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Mike.
Absolutely. As Berkita Bradford, and I am on Instagram as Bebop, as I'm affectionately known from my nieces and nephews.
Everybody got cool names.
Yes, Bebop, yes.
You
yes.
do look like a bebop.
Well, you know what? My nephew, when he was like 2, started calling me that, and now everybody calls me Bebop.
That is true. So my grandkids call me Scampy. And so the friends now just turned into Scamp. And when we're down at the hotel, the women speaking sports, they're like, yo, Scamp. I'm like, yo, chill. You know, chill with that right there.
Exactly. Now, I don't have children, so my nieces and nephews will be my version of grandchildren.
This-
These are my brother's grandchildren.
This is the magic that happens on Virginia State.
Absolutely. Thank you. It was a
Thank you,
pleasure.
thank you. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And you know what? We got to talk about coming. Oh, I'll come to the restaurant now.
Yes, yes. No, serious. We're gonna be open. We also have the food truck that we do, so just like me. And we have good food. We have 2 full-time chef instructors, African American females, which is a whole nother thing because it's a male-dominated field, and we have 2 female chefs.
Oh, we got to shout that out. All right, Mike always say, we bring the best and the brightest out here. Doctor, we'd like to thank you for coming on the program. All right, come on now, really quickly. You thought you were, I don't know why you thought you were gonna come to the program and not talk. Young man dressed in black right there. All righty, so have a seat. On the mic, ESPN Richmond, every day, 5 to 7. That's where you find us. Part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network. Welcome to the program. Come on, you have to talk about, you don't talk soft like that with your friends, do you? No, all right, come on, speak up. What's your name?
My name is Cameron Lawrence.
Cameron Lawrence. You're junior marketing major. All righty, so where are you from?
From Newport News, Virginia.
Shout out to Newport News in 757. So, yeah, my cousins are from down that way. Marketing, why'd you pick marketing?
A lot of friends of mine, like junior year in high school, they started creating their own business.
And somebody had to help them?
Yeah, and I had a project in marketing that I didn't like. I ended up liking it.
So you didn't like it, and now you end up at Virginia State taking marketing. What's the best part about marketing that you do like?
Creativity.
Oh, you are creative?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, that's, like, the rest of the world don't get creators a lot of time. You know, y'all make us who's not, we're kind of nervous. You know, so is it drawing? Can you draw?
No, I can't draw.
Okay, what part of being a creative are you? Is it music?
The ideas.
Oh, you're an idea dude. Yeah. Idea people make people nervous too, because it's always thinking about that next thing. Like people have always, oh, we always did it like this, and you're up there saying, how come we can't do it like that? Because we always did it like this, and that's what people say.
And
But
that's why I never worked.
And exactly, and then all of a sudden it takes somebody, and then you just stand on the side looking at them like, I told you. What? Let's talk about coming to Virginia State. What was the draw coming here?
At HBCU.
Okay.
HBCU.
And you're dapper too. Why you dress up like this all the time?
No.
Something, you know I was coming?
It's a business Wednesdays.
Oh, so that's why everybody dressed up. They knew I was coming.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah. That no, that's so. It's good about the Business Wednesday because what it does is it teaches people how to get business done, how to do things like that. So, what celebrity who's out there? Which celebrity who's out there now that you like their business style? How they do business? Who's one?
I would say 50 Cent.
What is it? Okay, so people know 50 for the whole vitamin water thing, taking, flipping that. What is it about 50 that you like his game?
He's just smart. A lot of people don't know.
You know, it's funny how they go from 50, that's and then all of a sudden, it's Curtis. He goes over and he flips that. Like a lot of the young guys who are out there now and the women too are doing big things with that. What do you want to take the marketing degree and do?
Create my own advertising agency.
Okay. So that's what the deal guys, that's what they do. They come up with ideas. How good are you at selling it?
So,
Because you got to sell it now. Cause you may have some, like you may want me to be wearing like one of them Steve Harvey shiny suits. And I'm like, nah, man, that ain't Mike. And you're like, but Mike, you know it'll work. You gotta sell me on why I need to wear that shiny suit, look like Diddy from the 90s.
I haven't had to sell too much, so I'm not sure.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to get that. Because the one part about it is you gotta sell every idea. So people are like, to me, this one right here, like you need to, get with her and talk about the whole branding aspect. Because people say to me, what do? I got a radio show. Yo, what kind of music do you play? I don't play music. You know the look on their face when you be like, oh, okay. Well, what do you do? I talk, what station you on? ESPN. Oh, I love sports. I don't do sports. Like what would he talk about? I talk about business. And I tell people the first letter of ESPN is entertainment. So I'll be up in here. I'm the cross between like Don King, Conor McGregor. I'm just having people having a good time. Why? Because you need people during that time to remember you. Like who do you remember? Like how do you remember Jimmy Fallon? It's got to be because he over the top. And you don't remember some dude who just come in there, how you doing? No, it don't work like that. So on the mic with Mike, do you want to let people know how they can find you?
You can find me at Official X Camp and a good buddy of mine, clothing brand at Visuals.
Okay. So now you know where we are. Check us out, and you got friends who have brands. Just let me know.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. On the mic with Mike, we're coming to you. We're moving, talking to the students out there. Come on, so here, you ready?
Of course.
See, that's what time it is. When I ask you and you say, of course, oh, it is. Oh, so now I know everybody all stylish on campus here. Welcome to the program.
Hello, thank you.
All righty, and your name is?
My name's Rakaya Ibrahim.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Shout out to Emo. So we live right up the road in York, Pennsylvania, so straight up the highway. Alrighty, what year are you in and what's your major?
I'm a sophomore business management major.
Okay, what was it about business management?
When you think of a business major, you think of somebody who, doesn't want to work for somebody. They want to do their own thing, and that's me. I just want to manage business. I don't really want to work for somebody. I want to have my own thing, make sure I'm managing it, make sure I'm the boss.
So what is your thing? What do you like to do from a business standpoint?
I like to sell. I'm great at selling.
Are you good at that?
I'm great at selling.
Oh boy.
So
you always been that kid? When you were?
I was in 4th grade selling my snacks out my locker room, my lockers. I really was. I was selling candy bags in high school, middle school. I've always been selling.
So everybody, like my father was a hustler. I mean, he was just hustling, and hustlers make something out of thin air. Like everybody got candy, but everybody eating the candy. What you're saying is you gotta eat a little bit and then I can sell.
The nasty ones sell the good ones.
All right, now that's some discipline right there. That's like getting licorice and eating I hate the black licorice. So what you're saying is eat the black licorice and sell. I'm gonna remember that one right there. I'm gonna remember that one. That is true. Alrighty, so I ask people who are here, what's a celebrity who's out there when you look at their business model, then you like it?
Their business model? I don't have a good answer for you because I'm gonna say Kevin Gates.
Yes.
I don't have a good answer for you.
Okay, you don't have a good answer,
Ancient
but why
cosmetics.
Where did Kevin Gates come from?
I don't know. I just love him. He's a little explicit sometimes, but he has a great he's in business. He's he's owned Starbucks since he was 14. Yeah, this business.
And people sleep on him sometimes, is what you're saying. Okay.
You have to really understand him and understand.
What's the best part that you think people sleep on with the sales aspect in the business? Because a person knows how to fix cars, a person knows how to cook, a person knows how to do those things. The part sometimes that you got to sell an idea.
A lot of people don't understand. So when selling, you're fixing a problem. So when advertise it as fixing a problem. So you're fixing cars. Is your brake pad squeaky? I don't know anything about cars, but is your brake pad squeaky? I can help it. Over do you need your car washed? No, not really. Do you know what I mean? Find more, you need more demand in your brake pads than a clean car. Do you know what I mean?
That's selling. Sometimes you got to create because people are in the world, they're happy. I always say to people, when I say to people what the price is, and I mean, like, well, I know when the price is too much because you passed out. When I told you what the price was, you fainted. Oh, I guess that was too much. And so then I understand because I tell people, I know you wasn't sitting there just waiting saying, y'all sure wish Mike come and ask me for some money. It doesn't work like that. So you have to address the problem and create something right there. Well, Kevin Gates is something from the business model standpoint that you like. Well, let's talk about union here. What am I saying union? I'm not a union, I'm in Virginia State. Let's talk about what happens here and why you like the campus.
This campus is very we're very close and family. It feels like family here, like you said before. It really does feel like family. Everybody knows everybody. You know what I mean? So it's very family here. So and then also on this campus, like I'm able to like sell stuff. So like this campus, they barely support. Like there's a lot of support on this campus. First of all.
So what are you selling in? So what out there are you selling that maybe some folks and my listeners could buy?
So on campus I sell like Crocs, lashes, lanyards, stuff like this. You see that shoe on your this right here. A whole bunch of stuff. Jewelry.
I don't got none right now.
We go on the mic with Mike. We're here on the campus of Virginia State. Mr. Jonathan Young has pulled up to us. Hello.
Hey, Mike. Always terrific to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. I understand you're interviewing my rock stars, Kaya and
come on, man. You
Malika,
gotta come around so people can see
so I can see you.
How's he gonna?
Yeah, Mr. Young, woo!
Whenever he hardly ever shows up with. Can you scoot around just a little bit more? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jonathan Young has joined us. He's welcome into his house right here. He's always everywhere else, but he always has people coming down to Virginia State. Why am I saying Union?
That's all right.
And
we're gonna give you a pass.
We're gonna give you a pass, and we were just over at Stratford.
Well,
Stratton.
You two
Brian
are
and Stratton.
a busy man. Yeah, I saw you at Brian Stratton. That was a terrific event. Thanks for being here at VSU. And I do want to share that we're hosting our American Marketing Association just down the hall, and subsequent to chatting with Ms. Rakaya and Malik here, we want you to come down and if you get a moment, chat with our American Marketing Association. So it's got a room full of people.
All right, on the mic with Mike, we'll step down in just a minute.
Thank you, Mike.
On the mic with Mike King here. So, all right, so it's lashes, lanyards.
Yes. I have a business card.
Of course.
So
You never be without.
I started off with wholesaling products for small businesses, and now I've grown to selling other type of apparel and accessories.
This is nice right here. Okay, you got the QR code going on too?
Now the direct to our website.
That's how you do it. It's something when you see young people out there who are doing amazing things right there. So congratulations on the mic with Mike. Well, congratulations. Anything I can do to help. Here's my card. Did I get one? Hold on for a second. No, don't tell me I'm out. Wait a second. No, I got you. On the mic, Mike. We'll be back in just a moment. Oh, here we go.
Thank you.
All right. What's it now? For a minute? You want to talk?
No? I already did. I went first. Like, very first person who went. I was first.
I hopped up to go. I was excited.
My next place on 5 to 3.
Now I'll come back here and talk again.
Bro, I was like, I'll talk again.
I don't stop talking.
Bro, I never shut up. So, baby, I'll talk all day.
Cool, man. Want to have a sit down real quick? We always make room for Kappas. On the mic of Mike King down at Virginia State University. I'd like to thank Mr. Young who came by. So we got one of the finest here, one of the Kappas in the house. Welcome to the program. All right, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Akeem Edwards. Originally at Last College from Brooklyn, New York.
Shout out. I'm part of Brooklyn.
Oh.
What's it? No, it's Canarsie. Always have a great time out in Brooklyn. So one of Mike. So your mass communications, what is it about that you like, and what do you want to do with it?
I like being in front of the camera and I like working behind the camera. What I want to do with that major is broadcasting and behind the camera scenes, TV and media.
There you go. One of the great parts about this is creating your own lane. I've made it so that I just do this remote now. Just so one of my ESPN Richmond every morning, 5 to 7 a.m. That's where you find me, talking to the best and the brightest. We're down here at Virginia State. How can people see you? Would you have your sizzle reel and all that stuff? Huh? Okay, so one of the things is hit me up and come in the studio. We talk about get you some airtime. That's the hardest part about this is getting in front of people. Getting in front of people and doing it enough times that you don't even care anymore. Like, it doesn't, one of the things, so like Stephen A. Smith, he was dogging LeBron because, LeBron went to Miami and back and all that. And I tell people, Stephen A. Smith abandoned my city of Philly for New York. So how you gonna get down on him because you left Philly to go to New York? And then you leave newspapers to go to TV. You go to where opportunity is. And when opportunity knocks, you gotta jump on it right there. So favorite athlete who you like their brand?
Favorite athlete? I used to box, so I say Floyd.
They always said Floyd Mayweather couldn't read. They said money couldn't read, but you know what he said? I can count. And he is perfect at the whole business model thing. I mean, one thing, undefeated. But the whole money. He has a NASCAR team. Have you seen that? Oh yeah. Yeah, that is. So money went to, and what else would it be called? The money team. Of course. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. From the branding standpoint, that's pretty cool. He used to be Pretty Boy Floyd. Floyd Mayweather, and he's Pretty Boy, and then he just go to straight money.
The money team is that brand been out for a long time too.
It has been. So I'd like to thank you for coming on the program. Mike, how can people find you?
Instagram, Keem Jewel _
You like being in front of the camera too?
I do.
What? I do, yeah. It's just say, yeah. I kind of like that. Broadcasters, who you like out there? Like on ESPN, who do you like? He is. He talked his way all the way to the top. He definitely is. All right, on the mic, Mike King here. We got to run. Today we're going to talk to the Marketing Association, I think, and then I'm going over to the Better Business Bureau with my man Barry Moore. You can find us here, Mike King. This is the best business radio program around. Make sure you stay on the lookout for us. We're going to drop the video for the Anatomy of a $1 billion deal. That is billion with a B. That's how Lego came to Chesterfield. One of Mike, we smack all up in that right there. That's what we do. We got an ear to the ground. So on the Mike, take care. We're out.